Hey, John here. So in this one I'm going to cover the lick you just heard, and this is based on the A minor scale, basically going up the A natural minor scale with a descending 6-note pattern, and then we have descending groups of 4 A minor arpeggio as well. If you want tabs for this one, you have information down in the description below. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. So we're going to start it on the 5th fret. And this is going to be the only ascending 6s we're going to be using. So we start there. And then we shift up to the 10th position with the pinky. And start our descending 6s instead. So I'm going to play through the whole thing slowly first so you can see what I mean. So that's the whole picking part of it, and we'll get to the last arpeggio part as well. But just so you can get an overview of what we're trying to do here. So as you can see here, we started with an ascending 6, and 6 is basically just name for ascending 6 notes and descending 6 notes. So have that, then we go down from here, then we restart on the D string, we start from the G string, then we repeat all that again 1 octave higher. So basically from this note, but from this note 1 octave higher. So it's going to be the same 6-note shapes, except that you have to compensate for the B string, which means that it's going to be 1 extra fret up. So it looks like this. And then we start again another octave higher. But since we run out of strings, we're going to end here on the root. And then just to finish it off with something different, we're going to go down the A minor arpeggio. So again, I'm going to play it from the beginning, fairly slowly. Then the descending A minor arpeggio here, the picking is going to be down, pull off, up, up. And that's the same picking all the way through. We're just going to go down to the 12th fret, 8th fret, and we have to go to the B string, G string, and finally the D string. And this all adds up to it all works out with 6 notes per beat, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So it's just basic math, right? You have groups of 4, 1, 2, 3, so that's 12 notes, so that's basically two beats of 6 tuplets, 6 notes per beat, and then you have that again, repeated 1 octave lower. So what we're doing here musically, if you would be playing this on a piano, for example, starting here, that would be exactly the same thing, just 1 octave lower on the keyboard. But since we're on the guitar, we have to cross strings, so it looks a bit different, but it's the same notes. So we're starting on the A here, the root. Then we start on the 5th, then the flat 3, and then finally end on the root again. So let's put this together again, once again, slowly. And a good way to get the articulation up on the sweeps is to work on it with shorter notes. So you go. And it doesn't sound very good at a slow tempo, but when you speed it up, if I play this, for example, when I speed it up, the notes sound more connected because they're still as short. It's just that you have less room in between them. So working on this can really help up the articulation when it comes to arpeggios, any arpeggio really. And I started doing this on these kind of barring things first, but then realized that it works just as well on, you know, normal fretted arpeggios as well. So if you have trouble with articulation, try that. And again, I know it sounds a bit weird when you do it slowly, but when you speed it up, you're going to find that it sounds way cleaner than it did before. So as far as the picking run, work on your basics, get your fundamentals down. So even though I've been playing for a long time, I still work on that and the descending and other fundamental picking patterns as well. Because I think that's a very important thing to do and not feel that you're above that. Because I don't know Tiger Woods, but I'm pretty sure he still works on his swing, you know, his driver and all the basics of his sport, right? And I know guitar is not a sport, but you still have basic movements that you should be on top of. So if you can approach it like that and not be like, well, I know this is like the basic stuff, great, but I still think it's a good idea to spend some time working on the fundamentals as well. So you always have those sharp, because when you play longer runs anyway, it's going to be a combination of these shorter patterns. So it's always a good idea to work on that. It also helps you not getting overwhelmed with your practice schedule. This doesn't mean, however, that you shouldn't learn new things and keep expanding, but again, don't forget the fundamentals, because it really makes a big difference in how your technique feels and how fluid your overall playing feels. So with that said, any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, see you in the next lesson.